Hello and welcome everybody to a special broadcast of Dispatch from Nepal. I am your host, Hamburger Corleone, joined by my co-host, Enzo Pepperoni, and we're here to tell you a little about social revolution in this special dispatch from Nepal. But first, since we are here broadcasting from PizzaDAO Parts Unknown, Enzo, how are you, man? And what the heck is going on at PizzaDAO for the folks who are tuning in for the first time?
GM, everybody, and welcome. Thanks for joining us. So, PizzaDAO, if you don't know, we are a global pizza co-op. And we have thrown a pizza party 5 times across the whole world, which we do on Bitcoin Pizza Day every year. And over 20,000 people came to our party in 2025, over 420 cities across more than 100 countries. And we spent over $1 million on pizza since we started in February of 2021, and we were bringing the global pizza industry on chain, as well as everyone who comes to our pizza parties.
And dude, I just want to share this map from the site. If you want to play along at home and you can't see it, this is globalpizza.party. And I mean, just look at this. Look at all these places around the world that have hosted in the last year a pizza party. So you're telling me that people just get to show up and eat pizza for free because of all the work that the people at PizzaDAO are doing?
Yeah, and it takes a huge team. We have hundreds of people that contribute to this effort every year from everywhere you can imagine. We have music, we have games, we have traditions, we have guides. We really have quite a developed pizza day infrastructure at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're listening, let us know. Lots of PizzaDAO friends, people in the mafia who are listening, including Perry Perry over on TikTok. We have some folks who've said, thank you, PizzaDAO, for all the pizza through the years. And if you're interested in learning more, that's a great place to start, globalpizza.party. We'll have all the links in all the places that you're watching this right now. But today, of course, we've got a special dispatch from Nepal that we want to bring you into. Today's guest is Pineapple Corleone. They're joining us from Nepal, which is a country of about 30 million people. Capital is Kathmandu. They have the national animal of a cow, big time hillsides, the biggest mountain, of course, Mount Everest. Rhododendrons blaze the hillsides, but today we're here to talk a little more about revolution. In early September, Nepal's government tried to switch off social media. And instead of allowing that to happen, a generation switched on Discord, among other places online. And within days, mostly youth-led servers coordinated mass protests against corruption and a broken status quo. There were some serious clashes, a leadership crisis, a transitional government was formed, and former Chief Justice Sushila Karki was tapped as interim prime minister after Discord-based debates and polls pushed her forward. So Pineapple is joining us tonight as somebody who was inside that movement on the streets, so to speak, to explain how a chat app like Discord became a civil square and what comes next. So please, everybody, welcome to the dispatch, our friend Pineapple Corleone III. Pineapple, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. Thank you for inviting me. So I love to share what I've experienced this month. So thank you for inviting.
Truly a pleasure. It seems like a good place to start is to tell us a little more about yourself and also what has been going on there. I'm a tech guy.
I run a small design agency here in capital city. And things are normal now. Quite frankly, it's everything happened so fast, and it feels like nothing ever happened. But a lot of things have changed, so it's hard to, look back and see.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that things are better there now, because I know there was a lot of unrest. in addition to that short summary, can you give us a little more detail about like what happened and specifically how people came together to coordinate a literal revolution?
So first of all, so the protest was not against the social media ban. So it was the byproduct. So protest happened due to a lot of systematic corruption that was going around since long. So in Nepal, politicians play musical chair. I mean, I mean, we have a multi-party democracy over here. So rather than two, we have a lot of political parties. They discuss, they collaborate and run their uh, government, and it changes. It changes a lot, and everything is systematic. The police, the court, and everyone is involved. So people were a little pissed, but they were I mean, there was nothing that normal people can do. So yeah, people were pissed, and it was happening since 2015. But
Hmm.
people were busy doing their work, earning the living, and so on. But the nail in the coffin was when youth, the Gen Zs, tried to, I mean, highlight the corruption that was going around in the country. And they were using social media, as for example, TikTok, YouTube, and they were making videos, and the government decided to ban those because, I mean, those social medias were acting like the news agencies or the news broadcasters. So government were pretty sad about it, and they decided to ban it. And yeah, so that's how the backstory went. And they decided to ban the social media on 4th of September. And the Gen Zs, the tech guys, the keyboard warriors decided to do the protest on the 8th of September. And they asked for the school kids as well to show up with the uniform itself, with the bag, with the book as well, so that police won't do the shootings. But everything was going on good on the 8th of September. But police opened fired and killed 19 people on the day. And then I think no one slept that night. And then tomorrow, and then 9th of September, uh, every age group, every people went into the streets, and they chanted, they lit fire into the politicians' home, and yeah, and they throw the government out, and they ran away.
So it really happened, it seems like, in Discord, which a lot of the members of PizzaDAO wanted to know more about. I mean, and so we were kind of talking before the stream went live, like we use Discord all the time. For people who don't know, Enzo is quite a conductor of decentralized action, doing many things at once. So like we kind of get maybe how it could go, but brother, do you have any questions about like the logistics of it? What are you wondering?
Yeah, so I want to know about, well, first, if people want to see some of this social media content that got the apps shut down and led to all of the unrest, and people had to use VPNs, right? I want to know about that. Like, how do we see the videos? What are maybe some keywords that we could use on TikTok or on YouTube if we want to check it out, just to see like what got all this started? Yeah, yeah, maybe just tell us about that first. Yeah, how do we see this stuff, this forbidden content?
So TikTok was banned previously as well, but they complied with the government's agenda, and then they were back up. It was quite
So you
years
mean they
back.
removed all the content?
Yes, all the political content in TikTok, you can see the dancing moves, but not the political agendas or the something against the government. So they were censored. Those kind
Are
of
we going to get
videos were
banned?
censored. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, that was the overall idea. And then yeah, TikTok was opened, and people, the new generation of people, they started to run a campaign for Nepo babies, Nepo kids, uh, and that was the tipping point where politicians decided this is the right point to do, and ban the social media. So they decided to ban the social media on 4th of September. Uh,
And what did they ban? So they
and
banned TikTok. They banned, what else did they ban?
everything where you can communicate with each other. For
So
example,
like
YouTube.
Facebook,
Yes, Facebook.
Twitter.
Viber was active. Yeah, Twitter was banned. Reddit was banned. Even Slack was banned. Oh, or I might be
They
wrong.
banned
I'm not
Slack.
sure about the Slack. I'm not sure
Okay.
about the Slack, but Telegram
People
was
have to
banned.
do. They have to keep working in Slack.
Telegram was banned.
Telegram. Oh my God. Okay, so all of these platforms get banned, and then
Yes.
the people, they got around this ban, right? So how did? Because you can use a VPN, right? So how did this knowledge get out to everyone that you could use a VPN? Like how quickly did everyone bypass these actions, or was
So,
everyone already using VPNs? How did this play out?
actually, most of the people, I mean, about half of the population live abroad. Uh, for example, for the job, for the studies, and so yeah, I mean, a vast majority of the population live abroad the country. So they are quite tech savvy as well. So there might be a reason as well for using the VPN, and most of the people used Proton VPN, and they saw a 6,000% spike from the Nepal signups. It was crazy. It was, and the ban was pre-planned as well. So uh, the government decided to ban the social media on September 4th, but the news about it was floating from a month um, before. So yeah, people were distributing the notice about how to use VPN, how to use Cloudflare's 111. So everyone was pretty familiar with it,
And how
about
did
how
they
to use the
distribute this
VPN.
information? Like were they texting? Were they talking? Were there flyers? In the like how did everyone tell each other?
It was before September 4th.
Oh, so they
They
were just
were,
using whatever. Yeah.
yeah, so they were using Facebook, they were using Twitter, they were using YouTube videos, and so yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Amazing.
I'm curious to know about this like election, because a big part of this is the election of a former Chief Justice, Sushila Karki, is that right? Who was tapped as the prime minister, and it was in
Yes.
Discord that like people debated and polled and voted and nominated her to do this. Is she still the prime minister? And how did that happen that enough people participated that this came to be recognized as official? Did she actually sit in parliament? I'm curious to know more about that too.
The revolution started on September 8th, and then in September 9th morning, the politicians' house were set on fire everywhere. The city was covered in smoke everywhere, and then at about 1 to 3 p.m., the prime minister resigned
Wow.
and fled. So and then after that, I mean, yeah, I mean, the army took over the country, and then they discussed with the lot of political parties, and then uh, the representatives from the Gen Z groups as well. And after 2 days of discussion, they decided the Susila Kaki as a prime minister. But in those 2 days, Gen Zs were using Discord to select the final shortlisted ones. The discussion, I mean, there were a lot of names, and yeah, I mean, people were there from morning to night. I mean, we never slept, and we decided the pros and cons of each and every one, and then we do the poll as well, the online poll in Discord itself. And yeah, she gained a lot of votes, and she became, and then the shortlisted name was presented to the army chief, and then from the by taking the oath from the constitution, she became the prime minister.
Okay, let's. That is. I mean, that is incredible. That is
Oh.
so. This is the future. I mean, that Discord is functioning this way. Um, the progress. I mean, these digital platforms must be so much more efficient than existing governance structures. You know, nobody is building their government like we're building DAOs, or at this point, really. So how did first of all, this Discord, right? This is a pretty special Discord. I joined the Discord. The onboarding for the Discord is very impressive. The setup of the Discord is really impressive. I was really inspired by just the actual Discord itself, for PizzaDAO, just to make ours better, because it's
I'm
really
taking
great.
notes.
It's really good. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of this Discord? Maybe we should tell people how to join that Discord if anybody wants to see what I'm talking about, see their setup. Yeah, let me see if I remember how to
Uh,
join it.
so
Yeah, and if
so
you see it,
first,
I wouldn't mind a screen share either. Sorry, Pineapple. Please go ahead.
so the Discord was started just for this revolution. There was, I mean, for the September 8th, I mean, the volunteer groups were creating this Discord for circulating the information. Because while doing the protest, the government sometimes decide to ban the cellular networks. So it's tough to get the info. So they decided to use Discord as the official announcement. So they created one, and so yeah, it doesn't have any history. So
So it's
it
a
just
new
created,
Discord. So
and
they made it. What day did they make it?
maybe a few days back, maybe 5 6, I don't know,
Like
but
before the
yeah,
8th, you mean?
it's yeah,
Yeah.
it's new, it's new.
And it's now called the Namaste Nepal, I believe, but it wasn't called that originally, right?
Hami Nepal is the volunteer organization. It runs a lot of volunteer activities throughout the years. It started in 2015, I guess.
So
That's when I heard about them.
these were already
Yeah,
community experts, is what you're telling me. The people who set up this
no,
Discord. I mean,
no,
it's.
no.
Oh, they weren't.
No, no, they were not.
They.
They were just a simple group of people, maybe 10 people, but they were doing some volunteer activity. For example, in 2015, Nepal experienced a massive earthquake, and they started volunteering from that point. And then, yeah, the Hami Nepal was active from that point, and Gen Zs announced the protest in social media itself, in Reddit.
I'm
So
live
Hami
on a
Nepal
on a
came in.
call. I'm on a stream.
Oh, Enzo got a hot mic. You're set. Go ahead, Pineapple.
So Gen Zs started the announcement for the protest on Reddit, and the Hami Nepal decided to do volunteer, for example, managing the crowd, managing the doctors, so that the logistics of it. So Hami Nepal decided to do that, and yeah, they became the main pillar of the revolution somehow.
Very interesting. And it seems like there's a lot of propaganda about Hami Nepal, whether or not it's productive. And we had a question, a few in the live stream that were asking us, can you explain more about like what the government in Nepal is like? Is it you said there are more political parties than the United States, but is it a conservative sort of government? Is it a liberal sort of government? Um, and what exactly is like the issue? I understand the social media ban sparked this movement, but it sounds like there were long-standing issues in the country from the perspective of many people that had been culminating in this for a while. Is that right? Can you talk about that? What is, the government of Nepal like? What has it been like, and what are those issues that people are concerned about?
So people were concerned about the corruption. For doing a small task as well, you need to bribe someone so that your task can be completed. So a lot of those things were happening since the beginning, from the past many years, and then in 2015. Uh, yeah, from 2015 as well, there has been way too many big corruption cases that surfaced, but it just vanished, as there are a lot of connections in the police departments as well, and then the court as well, so that no one was being accountable. So yeah, that was the frustration as
I
well.
see. I see. Um,
And
now,
in Reddit, people
yes.
were doing the Nepo Kids trend, where they were showing the childrens of politicians flexing the goods, while the normal people have to leave the country to meet the end needs. So that was the tipping point as well. So basically, about 2,000 to 2,500 people live the country Delhi for the job, and then for the further studies as well. So it's massive.
Wow. Okay. Welcome back in. So I tapped your mute button. You might need to tap unmute there. There you go.
Yeah, thank you. I had to go downstairs, check the door.
Oh, no, you're totally fine. Don't fret. So if you've got a question, you're watching us live, let us know. Leave a comment. We are talking with Pineapple Corleone III about the revolution in Nepal. And while you were gone in, so we were talking just a little more about the background of the conflict, about how the government is set up there. And I'm curious to know what questions folks have in the comments, but I also want to know a little more about like what Pineapple does. You mentioned Nepalese people, a lot of them being nomads. I know he works in tech, and maybe even talk a little about what he's done with PizzaDAO. But did you have any thoughts or questions as you're coming back into it before we go there?
One last I wanted to ask about was when the Discord, right, was kind of talking to the army, because the army takes control, right, because there are riots, right, and the government is kind of out of the picture at that point, right, because the army is taking control. Who communicated with the army on behalf of the Discord, I guess, of the revolution? Like, how did that communication happen?
So the revolution was led by the headless community. So I mean, everyone was anonymous, and there were some guys, but they were not ready for leading the group. So they choose Hami Nepal team to lead the conversation with the army chief. So that's how the Hami Nepal came up. And yeah, there are a lot of controversies about Hami Nepal as well, but it's just sake of creating the controversies, because it's a propaganda, nothing more than that. They were the only one taking care of everyone, visiting the kids in the hospital, distributing the medical, and yeah, they are the good guys. But the medias are so biased that they create a lot of controversies. So So yeah, Hami Nepali is the good guys.
Okay, and so they were this volunteer organization that already had a history in the community. People knew who they were. They stepped up uh, during the crisis, and then they became the communicators, I guess, for the
Yeah,
people.
they were forced. Uh, I mean, they were the last option, but everyone asked them to step up and speak for themselves because in the Gen Z group, there were no one who could have, I mean, stand up and so yeah, they decided Hami Nepal or the Sudhan Gurung was the guy to do this thing.
Yeah, Sudan Gurung, his child was murdered in 2015. Is that what it was? And that's what activated him. Do you know? I can find out.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's even married. So
I see. Okay.
not
Where
sure
did I?
about the child.
It looks like, according to the Nepali Times, Hami Nepal was set up in 2015 after the 2015 earthquake, formally registered and gained recognition in 2020 during COVID-19. Led by 36-year-old civic activist Sudan Gurung, who started the organization after he lost his own son in the 2015 earthquake. Would you consider Pineapple? Would you consider the Nepali Times to be like an accurate, credible news source for, or is it like propagandized? Would you say? Do you know it?
So right now, I think I thought CNN and BBC were the only fake news, but at this point, after the revolution, I don't trust anyone.
That's a
Then where do you?
fascinating thing to say. Yeah.
Yeah, where do you get your news? Or where do you stay informed about like the truth on the movement? How would you recommend we share it with other people?
The big names are the one to unfollow.
Yeah, and this is something that I hear a lot from people, which is the more of an expert you are in something, the less the popular portrayal of it makes any sense to you, and you just so being on the ground, being super aware of what is going on in Nepal and having it be this massive news story, and then seeing the coverage unfold for you, was it infuriating? Did you just saw, oh my God, everyone is reporting this wrong? Is that how it felt? Because it sounds like you're pretty down
Yeah.
on these sources.
So yeah, the main agenda. I mean, the revolution was started for the different cause, and the news agencies try to put it on social media. So I mean, so that was the tipping point as well, and people were doing the, I mean, on the 9th of September, every politician's home were burned down by the protesters. Everyone went to the streets and destroyed everything. They even destroyed the biggest media of Nepal, the Kantipur. They burn it down. So yeah, and again, they forget the uh, incident that took place on the 8th of September. The government suit mass killed a lot of people. At this point, 76 people have been died already from that incident,
Hmm.
and they never talk about that 8th of September. They only talk about the burnings, Gen Z is doing all the destruction, and that's not how it should be portrayed. But uh, medias, they have their own agendas to promote. So
Yeah, and that incident, that was in what context did they kill those 76 people? Was it
so yeah, in the
yeah,
protest, uh, in the 8th of September, Hami Nepal was doing the volunteer, and then thousands of protesters went uh, into the streets. They were in the school dress as well, carrying bags and books, and police open fired them. and 19 people were killed at that day. It was like countdown. So at 3 p.m., 2 people died, and then again, it was a tough night to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
And
So
and the news
76
just didn't
people
report
lost their
this. Yeah.
life.
And you're saying in the news they kind of ignored this. They pushed social media ban as the as the big issue at play. They didn't cover the violence. And so people, so people just went to social media. What are the popular social medias in Nepal? Compared,
Yeah,
like
people use
because not
Facebook and
everyone's on
TikTok.
Discord, right? Oh,
Yeah,
what is it?
Facebook and TikTok.
Yeah, and this is different around the world. Different places have different social media that is most popular, which is really interesting to learn
Yeah,
as we,
young.
like with PizzaDAO, as we're going around the world and we see, where everyone is online. And so
So
Instagram,
in
not super
Nepal,
popular.
no. So in Nepal, most of the educated people work. I mean, they tend to leave the country and work from other countries. So in Nepal, most of the old people who cannot work and the parents live, uh, and it's easier for them to scroll and then see the profile display picture and then call their children's as well. So that's how the most of the population is. So that's the reason Facebook and TikTok is most popular over here.
And not WhatsApp either.
Yeah, WhatsApp is quite popular in India, but not quite much in Nepal.
Interesting. I will say I had bought a Meta. They discontinued this device, but it was a Meta Portal, and I bought it for my grandparents.
Uh-huh.
When when their health was failing, and it was amazing for them as an accessible device for old people. I was kind of sad when they discontinued. So yeah, Facebook for your older relatives is it is actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting to hear. Um, and how did this? So why is there such a huge population working in tech abroad? Do you have any insight? How did this happen? Why is it? Is it hard to work in tech when you're living in Nepal? Is it just that people left because the government was not not doing a great job? Like what is it that caused this dynamic? Or some of the,
All of the
just
above.
yeah.
So basically, you have to spend a lot of time setting up the basic things as well. So people are struggling to have basic stuff. So that's one of the thing. And then the other thing is the basic income is low, and in tech as well. For example, I work as a designer, and it's tough for me to work for a US company because they tend to hire the remote worker, but based in US. So our location is quite opposite. So it's nighttime for us, while
Yeah.
it's morning in the US. So that might be one of the downside. But if you look at other perspective, then you can be active 24-hour if you hire tech guys from Nepal. So
We definitely
um,
experience this within PizzaDAO when we're talking with our community all over the world, right? We always feel like we're leaving the APAC region out, and so we've been working towards having things scheduled at better times, and it definitely one of our good friends and very early PizzaDAO member. His name is Hwaji, and he's from South Korea. And he made a whole NFT collection and and music with the theme GMGN was what he said, because he would always be waking up and we would be going to sleep and vice versa. So this is kind of the experience communicating across the world.
That's how we started saying good now. Was it might be a good morning, it might be a good night, but it's always a good now wherever you are.
But yeah, my joke is always, it's always morning in the metaverse, so we say GM, but But yeah, this
Pineapple.
was
I'd be curious to know a little more about your work, since you shared your portfolio with us, and I'll make sure that it's posted in the links. Your design work looks great, but I'd love to know how, as a guy who lives on the internet as well as out east, where did you come to PizzaDAO? What's some of the work you've done online? What's some of the stuff you've done with the DAO? Tell us more about yourself.
So I work in tech. I've been in tech since 2008. So that's way too long. And yeah, I do some local events as well. And we have a group of people. We tend to organize some events here so that we don't have to go abroad to attend the event. So we try to promote tech from Nepal to the world as well. And some of the friends recommended PizzaDAO to us. And I was quite busy at that day, so I didn't attend the pizza party. But a lot of my friends went there, and yeah, they shared their experience.
Is that how you came to the blockchain Web3 movement? Was through Peace, Love, and Pizza, or was it something else?
It was something else. So I was always following the news. So yeah, I mean, we do use messable tech runs were the things that give some info. But yeah.
quick interlude here. If you would like to claim today's POAP,
Oh,
we do have a POAP. If you have never claimed a POAP before, you have to download the POAP Home app, which is on Apple. It's on Apple and Google. So go to the App Store, and then we have a secret word, and that secret word is pizza Nepal. That's PIZZA-NEPAL. Pizza Nepal. So yeah, go ahead and claim that. Any POAP lovers out there?
Pizza Nepal, and it's POAP, POAP. Is the home website poap.xyz, or is it? Now I'm gonna.
It is poap.xyz, but the way to claim this is with the app, which is called POAP Home. It makes it really easy to use the secret word. You just click Mint and then select secret word, type in pizza Nepal, and there you go.
It's something that we could help you out with too. I would say for anybody who's struggling, if you've never claimed a POAP before, maybe there are people listening who don't have an NFT, have never collected crypto, don't use it currently, are curious or skeptical about it. And if that's you, then a POAP, POAP, it's a token that proves you did a thing. It's not speculative. You don't have to buy it. It's not going to go way down in value. It's like a badge you might get for being in the Scouts, or an award you might get for being in the service, except the crypto version. It's a great, simple way to start using the technology that will be so much more than money, the way your phone does so much more than calls. And could you collect a better badge than a badge from PizzaDAO? And if you're still having trouble, I would say get in touch with the friendly folks in the Mafia. You can find PizzaDAO at pizza_DAO on X. You can find PizzaDAO at globalpizza.party, and you can join the Discord at discord.pizzadao.xyz. What's the YouTube handle, Enzo?
I think it's just PizzaDAO. I think we got it there.
Honestly, if you just Google PizzaDAO, you're going to get in the right place. Tori says, I got my POAP. Thank you.
Someone said, I saw Carly said, not such a secret.
The secret, not such a secret word. Absolutely. Oh man. Pineapple, what are some of the things that you've done in and through PizzaDAO, or do you have like an event that you remember, or like a friendship or a memory you share? What are the committees that you're on?
Tell us about actually your friend. He said his friend sent him some photos from Pizza Day, and how many people came to the parties? Was it everyone at the Kathmandu party, or did you have friends that attended some of the other ones that we had across the country?
Some of my friends from the office went to the Kathmandu's pizza party, and then I mean there were quite number. I mean, I'm not sure about the exact number, but there were more than 20 people attending there,
That's pretty good.
and we
I think
do
this is our first year actually doing it in Nepal. We tried in 2024, and I think we got close. And then, I mean, it was always a little weird for us to organize crypto events actually in Nepal, right? Because the government
yeah.
was not very friendly to crypto.
Yeah, I mean, they decided to have their money in Swiss banks, but they decided to ban the cryptocurrencies. But we do have a lot of blockchain companies here doing awesome work, but it's banned. It
Yeah,
is what it is.
and it is officially still banned, I believe.
Yes.
So what are we doing to change that? Are there any movements to work on that?
Not that I'm aware of as of now, but there should be. I mean, PayPal and Stripe are not still working, so I mean, cryptos
Wow,
is.
so you
I
can't, the
mean,
payments technology is down in the country, you're telling me?
so yeah, from Nepal, you cannot send money elsewhere
So what are the
formally.
local money? What do people use besides, I mean, I assume people use cash, right?
Government
Um,
decided to give us a international card with 500 USD, the limit.
Wow. And how do you top
that's
it up?
okay. Yeah, how do
A
you fill up
year.
that card with funds?
With the local currency, we go to the bank, give them the cash, and then they fill up the $500.
And
Wow.
it can only hold, you're saying that, so the max for it to have, it's like a debit, and you can only have 500 max in there, so you can only buy things that are
Yeah,
$500
a
or less, and
year,
then you have to,
a
a
year.
year? And then
Yes,
what? Wait, so
yes,
you have a $500 allotment per year that you can spend with your debit card.
yes.
That is
Unless
unreal.
unless you have a business that brings in the dollar, so that you can open up the dollar account and you can pay Meta or something.
Okay, and if I
But
wanted to
yeah,
just pay my friend, or I wanted to pay someone, let's say, you're just paying back your friend or something locally. Besides cash, what are the apps that people use?
I mean, in Nepal, you can do
Yeah,
that. There are way too many wallets as well, and then the interbank as well. So we do
so
have
people
way
use
too
like
many
bank
banks.
account transfers.
Yeah,
Is there like
yeah, everyone.
Venmo? Is there an app like Venmo that people use?
E-Sewa,
You say wow. So there
E-Sewa,
is like a
and Kalpi.
local. Oh, there
Yeah,
are a couple local payment apps,
yeah,
and they are not banned. They still function.
yeah. Maybe it's because of the government's connection as well. I'm not sure, but yeah, PayPal is still banned. We decided to bring this up from 2008 itself when I started freelancing. So it's still same.
Interesting. So okay, and because PayPal, yeah, I think freelancers all over the world have used PayPal for a long time, right? That was the gold standard when you started freelancing, right? That was it, probably that
Yeah.
everyone used, right? Has that
Mhm.
changed over time? Is crypto more used, or what do you see specifically maybe in the Nepali expat business community? Like, are people using crypto? Are they using other services? What are people using to send money?
So people use Swift or TT as well because we don't have other options. So and Wise as well.
Oh yeah, Wise. That's I don't think we have Wise in the States, but Wise is like, I think Europe uses Wise, right? And
Mhm.
I think Canada might use Wise. No, I'm not
But yeah, so
100%.
basically something to do with the direct bank transfer. So most of the people do that, but it's super tough to make the payments. Um, for example, buying the hosting, so it costs a lot, but it's tough to manage and make the payments as well.
Yeah. These are the kinds of things that everyone wonders what crypto's use case is, like what what is the value of this technology, and then you remember what it's like to pay for things all over the world.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
why one commenter said we need decentralization. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Enzo, Pineapple, it's about that time for us to probably give some of our final thoughts, share links with people where they can find us. If you're just now tuning in, this is the very first dispatch from PizzaDAO, global dispatches. And today we are doing a dispatch from Nepal. So my final thought would be to say thank you very much, Pineapple, for making time to join us, for trusting us to help you tell this story, and to everybody who tuned in. If you're interested and curious to learn more about this, then do some Googling. Pineapple, I think the most profound thing you said was don't trust everything you read. It sounds like there's a real opportunity to get in touch with people like you on the ground there for good, verifiable information. And I'll give the links for PizzaDAO in a second, but I just wanted to say again, thanks for trusting us to help you tell the story, and for making time to appear today, because I know it's late there. Enzo?
So yeah, I'd like to add a last note, because the revolution started on 8th of September, and it almost ended in 9th of September. And from that day onwards, the people are gathering up. They are cleaning up the streets, and Nepal is back in business already. And so yeah, if there's some opportunities, then do remember us. Do if there's some vacancies, then do hire some Nepali guys as well, so that Nepal can benefit. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And Nepal has got a lot of potential for the tourism as well. We have got the 8 of the top 10 mountains. So we have the whole range of mountains over here. So visit us. We are the must. We are good at hospitality as well. So we smile. So we take care of the foreigners as well. You can see there are some viral videos as well where protesters lined up and let the visitors go as well in the bus. So while doing the protest, and so it's a good country. So give us a chance, and we'll love to prove it. So yeah, these are some of the images from Nepal. So
Just beautiful.
yeah.
And for people who want to get in touch with you or find you, what are the best places to do it?
I'm all over in the internet. So basically Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, everything. So yeah, if they find me in one place, they can track back.
And what's your what username?
Nep Dude, without the E, dude.
NEPDUDE.
No, without E.
Oh,
Dude.
no E. And NEP, like Nep Dud, but dude.
Yes.
Nep Dud, but make it dude. That's right. Here he is.
NEPDUD. Nice.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining. We'll be doing a bunch more of these over time. We have this global community within PizzaDAO. We're across 400 some cities in 106 countries. So we can do this because of the unifying force of pizza all across the world. The most famous food in the known universe. So we're going to do more of these. Great opportunity to learn about other places, especially when historic events happen, like we recently saw, because I think people will look back on this Discord revolution in Nepal as a truly historic event.
Beautifully said. And if you want to learn more about PizzaDAO, you can find PizzaDAO at globalpizza.party. or join the movement at discord.pizzadao.xyz. Everybody, I think this was a very successful dispatch. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, my friends, peace, love, pizza. We'll see you soon.
See ya. See ya.
Yeah.